Hello, Lisa here. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to this first impressions exploration walkthrough, you know the drill, of the Radiant Crystal Oracle by Bouchette Design. We are going to get into this. So I have this little pile of goodies in front of me and I cannot wait to explore it. This is actually a deck that was sent to me by the creator so that I could share it with you guys. I'm really quite excited about it. So she very kindly included some extra goodies. Look at this beautiful enamel pin. I have a growing little enamel pin collection, but this is beautiful. There's all these little crystals and this beautiful like flower design here with little gold accent. So I will definitely be putting this with my other enamel pins. Someday I'm going to have a cork board or something to display them on. I'm lazy. I haven't gotten around to it yet. But I really want to, because look at how pretty that is. So this is going to go with the other ones that I have. A really sweet little thank you note that she included here. But again, here is all of the social media stuff. I will have this all linked down below as well. But it is Bouchette Design. And same thing on Instagram and at Gmail. So love that. And then she also included looks like a spread cloth. Oh, look at this. It's like a crystal grid. That's pretty. That's pretty. So it feels like linen. So that's fun. This is I want to say it's like a flower of life design, but don't quote me on that. But that is really cute. So that was sweet of her to include. This is the main event. This is what we're here for. First of all, I noticed right away there was this really beautiful spot gloss on the box. So it's like a matte box, but then there's these points of high gloss where the flowers are. So pretty. So it says, Radiant Crystal Cards, a magical companion to all divination work, filling your sacred space with love and joy. I feel like I've seen this before this. I feel like I've seen this logo. I feel like she's got another deck, and I'm going to feel really silly that I don't know it right now while I'm recording, but I'm really excited to just sort of see what she's done with this. So let's get into it. Nice two-piece box. What does this say? Enhancing our perception of the world, the universe we hold within. Each of us is as dynamic and unique. Oh, each of us is dynamic and unique as the magical vibration of each crystal, enhancing our perception of the world. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, I've turned it so many times I don't know which way is up now. Oh yeah, okay, so there were more goodies. I think I tucked them into the box so I wouldn't lose track of them. There were more goodies with this package. There's these beautiful stickers. Y'all know I am a sucker for stickers. So there's that one and that one. So fun. These are going in my sticker stuff. And then we also have a really nice card stand. So this has been engraved, it looks like, with her floral crystal sort of design here. So that's pretty. Set that aside. And then we have the cards, and they are edged in the prettiest lavender color ever. And can we just talk for a second about how many of the cards there are in here? I don't know if they're numbered. Does it say anywhere on the box how many? I really want to know how many. That is a lot of cards. That is like a nice chunky deck. That's really exciting. Oh my gosh. And they actually feel, okay, they feel like if a smooth matte cardstock and a rose petal cardstock kind of had a baby. Because they don't feel sticky the way that like you can see, they'll slide on top of one another. They don't feel sticky like a rose petal, but they feel really kind of silky the same way. I don't know how else to describe that. So there's no book here. So let's just see. Let me get the box stuff out of the way. So we have our title card, Radiant Crystal Cards, Bouchette Design. So it says welcome. So it looks like the cards are kind of acting as the guidebook. Yeah, there's a few kind of wordy cards in here. So let's take a look. The Radiant Crystal Cards are a wonderful companion to everyday crystal work in all forms of divination. I carefully chose the most widely used stones that work with our daily practices and designed the front of the cards to act as an oracle with the flip side as a beautiful informational tool. This deck is full of inspirational energy, information, and crystal power. And it says meet the cards. 85. There we go. Within the deck, you will find 85 cards total. 80 crystal cards plus 1 cover card and 4 informational cards. So this is the cover card, I'm assuming. On the front of each card is the name of the crystal, the beautiful crystal itself, set within an energetic splash of color, and keywords to reflect upon. The flip side of each card will illuminate the ways in which we can use each crystal, including the primary chakra, vibrational number, astrological signs, and affirmation, an energy description, and a floral pairing. Oh, that's cool. That holds similar energies. I hope you find this deck to be a magical companion to your practice and that it fills your sacred space with love and joy. Oh, fun. Look at this chakra image. This is beautiful. I would really like to just frame this. Here, let's test out our little, I want to look at it. Oh, look at that card. It actually holds it. Okay, sorry, I'm going to show you. See if I can show you top down. This seems to be the perfect slit size. I don't know how else to say that. So the card goes back just a little bit. And the other thing I really, really like about this is that it's kind of thin, so it doesn't cover up the bottom of the card. So I can still see all of the artwork. So that's really lovely. Set that to the side so I can look at it. Oh, I better check the back. Yeah. So there's information here on all 7 chakras. Love that. I'm just going to set that over there so I can look at it. You guys can't see it, but I can enjoy it. And here we go. So informational card. So we have chakra, and it says chakra in Sanskrit means wheel and refers to energy points in your body that spin as discs. And it goes on from there explaining how chakras work. Oh, is this like, okay, hold on. So I think it's kind of showing us the anatomy of the card. Yeah, okay, so it is. So it's explaining how, I'm just going to turn one card over so you can kind of see what's happening here. So it's explaining how on the back of each card you have the chakra. So it says each crystal has a unique coloration that reflects its diverse energies. So like, for example, this crystal has pink and green and yellow, and I'm assuming you could look at the chakra chart to kind of get a feel for what chakras are maybe activated. I don't know, but then it says primary heart chakra. Then you have the astrological sign and an affirmation. So you know how if you get a board game, sometimes there'll be like a picture in the guidebook, or there'll be like a reference card that will show you what everything is. That's like what this is. It's like a cheat sheet to the back of the card. And then energies, and then it'll have a depiction of the companion floral, the scientific name, the common name, and the keywords for it. So that's really cool. And then a description of the crystal's energy. So this is kind of your anatomy of the card. Okay. Let's turn that back over. So then you have crystals in the deck. So this is a list of all the crystals that are included. That's cool. And some information about crystal grids. Oh, seed of life, not flower of life. That was the seed of life on the cloth that was included. So there's a little bit of information about that. So these I would actually probably keep separate from the deck, I'm thinking. We'll see. I don't know. Let's get into it. Oh my gosh, look at the sides though. They're like a matte edging. They're so pretty. Okay, we're going to zoom in. So before we zoom in, let's talk for a second about the crystal deck that I had for the longest time that I recently decluttered, because I do think there's some similarities between this deck and the other one. Now the other one that I'm about to show you, well, I can show you. This is called Crystals, the Stone deck. And what's interesting to me is that this deck does a lot of the things that this deck I think did really, really well, at least from first glance. It had a kind of similar function. Now this is mass market. I believe you can still get this for inexpensive, not much money, whatever I'm trying to say. The cards are a little more awkwardly sized, but you have your picture of the crystal on the front, but there isn't any words or keywords on the front. Instead, on this card, when you flip it over, you have the name of the crystal, you have what it is, who needs it, where to put it, when to use it, and then you have a little like oracle message at the bottom. So while this was a useful reference tool, it never really felt like an oracle deck to me. It just felt like a deck of reference information, even though on the back there are these oracle messages. This is still a really well done deck. I just found that I wasn't seeing it or using it as an oracle. And I will tell you guys, and you guys know this about me already, I love when there are multiple keywords on oracle cards. And I will say that right away, having this deck have the picture of the crystal with the name of it and several keywords right away ticks a lot of boxes for me for what would make this a usable deck. So with that, let's zoom in and start to look through all the cards. Oh, I'm excited. Okay, I'm going to try to call out which crystals I think I own. There's a couple that I may not be sure of because I have quite a wide selection of little crystals, but I'm pretty sure I will recognize most of the ones that I have. So the first card here is Amazonite, hope, faith, expression, and inspiration. And then on the back, this one is heart chakra, vibration number 5, or the number of the vibration is 5. And I don't know, does it say on that key, hold on, quick diversion. In that anatomy card, does it explain the vibration number thingy? Ah, yes. Okay, number vibration. Crystal vibration is the natural numerological vibrational energy that is present in each crystal and stone. So that's really interesting because I would see a 5 numerologically as a bit of a shake-up stone. And this has it as hope, faith, expression, and inspiration. Interesting. Okay. And then this one's associated with Virgo. And it says, I am in tune with my surroundings through intuition. The associated floral is Centaurea or cornflower. Amazonite is a stone of hope and helps filter information through intuition while soothing the emotional body. It aids in clearing energy blocks and opening one's subconscious to higher realms. So Amazonite is a crystal I have. Amber, intellect, healer, cleansing, and protection. I also own amber. Ametrine. I don't think I have any ametrine. Optimism, balancing, soothing, intuition. So pretty. I'm going to have two different piles, one for crystals I own and one for crystals I don't own. So we have amethyst, protection, purification, and spirituality. I often overlook amethyst as a protective stone, but I totally get how that could be. And this is third eye chakra. Angel aura quartz, communication, meditation, and healing. I do have some angel aura. Azurite. I don't think I have any azurite. Psychic, intuition, and guidance. Aventurine. I thought I had some, but I'm not sure. I'm going to put it in the yes pile, but I'm not sure. Harmony, comfort, and growth. Aquamarine. I do have a small piece of aquamarine. Courage, protection, and calming. Aqua aura quartz, communication, channeling, and awakening. I do think I have a small cluster of aqua aura. Apatite, communication, teaching, and awareness. I do have some apatite. Angelite, awareness, communication, and higher self. I have some angelite. I don't think I have any Botswana agate. Stability, creativity, and soothing. That's really pretty. Blue lace agate, yes. Communication, supportive, and grounding. Blue chalcedony, I'm not sure. I'm going to put it in the no pile. Calm, harmony, and communication. Bloodstone, grounding, detoxifying, and balance. So far, these seem to be relatively common stones. Black tourmaline, protection, grounding, and calming. Black obsidian, strength, support, and protection. I have black obsidian. Banded or chevron. I'm guessing this is the same thing as chevron amethyst. Amethyst. I'm guessing this is the same as chevron amethyst, but I don't really know. Inner strength, cleansing, and release. I'm going to put it over here, and then we'll see if there's a separate chevron amethyst later. Banded agate, healing, grounding, and love. I do have some agate that has some of this shape in it, so I'm going to put it into a yes for now. Coral, transformation, peace, and protection. I'm confused. Coral, is that the same? I don't know. I don't have any coral as a crystal, but I'm confused because I keep thinking of coral as the sea, a sea coral, and I don't know if that's accurate. So I'll put it over here for now. Clear quartz, yes. Healing, amplification, and intention. I think intention is spelled wrong here. I'm not sure. Citrine. This is natural citrine. Really pretty. Energizing, abundance, and emotional balance. I do have some citrine. Mine is, I don't know if I think I have one piece of natural citrine. I'll have to check. Chrome diopside. I'm pretty sure I don't have this one. Universal love, compassion, and forgiveness. Charoite. I don't think I have any of this. Spirituality, insight, and connection. Chalcopyrite. Okay, so is this different than regular pyrite? I don't know. Enhances perception, connects us to universal energy. I'm not sure if this is different than other kinds of pyrite, but I do have some pyrite. I'm going to set this over here for now. Celestite for angelic communication, clarity, and the divine. Yes, I have some of that. Carnelian I have. Creativity, grounding, and focus. These are so pretty. Just the way that these are illustrated is gorgeous. Howlite I love. Creativity, calming, and awareness. I have a raw piece of howlite. It's one of my favorite stones. Danburite. Okay, so I don't have this one, I don't think. Spirituality, channeling, and angelic. I'm not sure if I'd recognize it because it looks a lot like clear quartz to me. Oh my goodness. Dumortierite. I definitely don't have that. Calm, patience, support, and tranquility. Emerald. That is a fancier stone than what I would have. Fluorite. Definitely have this. Healing, protective, and cleansing. Garnet, another fancier stone. I think these are precious stones. Emerald and garnet are more precious. Definitely a higher grade typically. Although I know you can have bits of garnet in other stones, so I'm sure you could have raw garnet. Actually, I may have a piece of raw garnet. TBD, I'm not sure. Hematite, I do have. Detoxifying, courage, and balance. I find it really grounding, hematite. I also have a couple of Herkimer diamonds. I have one quite large chunk that I love. Peace, attainment, and the divine. Jade, stability, prosperity, and harmony. You know, I've had some little jade chips. Oh, I do have a really nice chunk of jade, actually. I forgot. Kunzite. This looks a little bit like rose quartz. Actually, I do have some kunzite that was sent to me. Love, divine connection, and creativity. Kyanite I have. Channeling, dreaming, and high vibration. Labradorite is one of my faves. Strength, transformation, and intuition. Lapis lazuli, intuition, purification, and inner power. I have that one. Larimar, I would love a piece of Larimar. I don't have any right now. Manifestation, nurturing, and inner wisdom. I'm doing the piles because I want to kind of keep track of like how many of these stones I could actually reach for and go work with if I drew their card, right? And I might be tempted to work with this deck without the stones that I don't have yet. Lepidolite, I love this. Awareness, balance, and transition. Magnesite, can't remember. I'm going to assume no. Relaxation, purification, and visualization. Malachite, calming, protection, and amplifying. I do have malachite. Moldavite, clarity, awareness, and renewal. I do have some Moldavite. I would love a piece of Mookaite jasper. Nurturing, grounding, and awareness. I do have Moonstone, emotional balance, intuition, and soothing. I don't think, I have to check. I don't think I have Morganite. Love and angelic joy. I do have some moss agate, prosperity, new beginnings, and nurturing. I do have pearls, purity, innocence, and integrity. I have onyx, protection, strength, and self-control. I do have some opal, love, loyalty, and peace. I specifically have some boulder opal. That's my biggest piece. It's a tumble, but we also have some fire opal and some Australian opal kicking around the house, but they're in tinier pieces. But I have a nice chunk of boulder opal. Opalite I have. This was my very first ever crystal. It is manufactured, but mine is very special to me. Psychic ability, transition, and spirituality. Peridot. This is another more precious stone to my knowledge. Petrified wood I have, yes. Picture jasper, I have a piece that looks very much like that actually. Pink tourmaline, I would love some pink tourmaline. Does anybody who's watching this have pink tourmaline and have you worked with it? I'd be so curious to hear because that's a stone that fascinates me. Pyrite, okay, so let's go back to that pyrite card that I wasn't sure about. So we have calcopyrite and pyrite. So I have pyrite. Definitely I don't have this one. I was wondering about that. I'm pretty sure I have a piece of red jasper. And I do have a piece of rhodochrosite and rhodonite. These ones, you guys, for the longest time I was getting them mixed up, but you can really see the difference, right? So this has the like earthier bands in it. This is more creamy pink and lighter paler pinks and ivories. Cool. Rose quartz, yes. Ruby, I do have ruby in other stones, so I'm going to consider it something that I have. It is my birthstone as well. Rutilated quartz, I do have a piece. Sapphire, again, more precious, don't have it. Selenite, I have. I'm kind of jumping off the keywords now because now I'm just excited about piles. Smoky quartz, absolutely. Clearing, grounding, and transformation, love that. Snowflake obsidian, I have. Sodalite, I have. I love sodalite. Sunstone, I have. Tanzanite I don't have. Meditation, visualization, and awareness. That's a beautiful stone. Tiger's eye, yes. Tourmalated quartz, no. I would love some tourmalated quartz. Turquoise, I used to have chunks of turquoise, but I don't right now, so I don't think I can count that one. Unakite, I don't think I have that one either. Yeah, I've only got one card here. This is pretty. What is this? Pudratite? I want some of that. Clarity, love, and transparency. That's gorgeous. I want some of that. Oh, and it's associated with Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. I want this. Where does one get this? This is pretty. I need some of that in my life. And benitoite. Benitoite? No, that seems less common to me. Red beryl? No. You know what? I'm surprised I haven't seen any, what's the waxy stone I'm suddenly spacing on? Calcite. I haven't seen any calcite yet. This is grandidiorite. That's also beautiful, but I don't have any of that. And painite. So this is the pile. Let's zoom out. This is the pile of stuff that I know I don't have. Like I'm 99% sure. And then this is the pile of stuff that I do have. Now there was that banded amethyst, which I think is the same as chevron amethyst. So I would say I probably have 60-ish cards here. 65, 70, 60-ish, I guess. And the rest are here. I don't know if my math is right, but that looks about right. So the only thing about a deck like this is that you have something on each side. Now, I think what I would do when I was shuffling is I think I would actually use the text part as the back, because the front, I feel like it's a little bit easier to sort of spot what it is you're looking at, whereas the backs, I feel like it's a little harder. I don't tend to lay my cards face down, so I don't have any issues with the fact that, like, you get a spoiler on the back, as long as I'm not really looking or trying to read them while I shuffle, because I don't want to influence my pull. But let's just see. They shuffle really, really nice. There's a lot of cards here, but the cardstock is not, like, terribly thick. It's not papery thin. It feels like a really nice, like, 310, maybe probably 330 GSM. It might even be 350 because these cards are a little bigger than standard. But I feel like for an Oracle deck, like, you definitely don't need a guidebook or something like this because there's enough information on the cards. But let's just, ooh, I spoiled myself. Okay, so I'm going to treat these as the backs, split the deck, and we'll lay out a few cards and just see. So we have Rose Quartz, Unconditional Love and Compassion, Aventurine, Harmony, Comfort, and Growth, and Opalite. Oh, yeah, I feel like this would be really fun to work with, like, in general. I feel like it'd be really fun to pull cards, but these cards are really beautiful. I also feel like potentially, and this would be something I'm curious about, sorting these into their chakras and just seeing if you end up with, like, the kind of chakra piles where you could pull, like, there's enough cards here that I am curious. It's unfortunate to me. The one thing I was kind of hoping, and I don't think it's true, is that the background color would match the associated chakra. I think that'd be a really cool way to pull that in. But here we have, now this one kind of does, because you have, like, here's our chakra colors, right? So you have this apatite, which is associated with the throat, and this is kind of a greenish color in the back. So it's kind of like a turquoisey color. So it's somewhere between blue and green. But like rhodonite here is heart, and heart is green, but our background colors are not, right? So it'd be interesting to sort this into its various chakras and see how many there are for each chakra. You know what? How long would that take me to do? Let's just see. Let's just see. Okay, so I sorted these into piles. I have a couple of thoughts. So there is quite a chunk of heart chakra, a rather smaller, so it definitely was not intended to keep them balanced by chakras by any means, because, for example, this is throat and this is heart. This is third eye, which is even less than throat, which is a surprise, actually, and there's a very few crown chakra. And then we have only like 3 solar plexus cards, a small amount of sacral, a lot of root. I did find one other sort of error. I think it was an error. We have, it's always called root chakra, except on the coral card, it says base chakra. That's not a big deal. That's like a tiny, like, editing overlook. Not a big deal. And then we had one card that just said upper chakras. So I would assume this would be like throat, third eye, crown. And that is fluorite, which that does make sense. And then there was a small few that had all chakras. So that would be tourmalated quartz, clear quartz, pyrite, and rutilated quartz, which makes sense. The upper one was fluorite, as I said. For crown, we have chalcopyrite, magnesite, danburite, howlite, ametrine, and selenite. So those make sense. Let's see. For third eye, we have opalite, Herkimer diamond, yes, benitoite, pearl, banded amethyst makes sense. Amethyst makes sense. Lepidolite, choroite, lots of purple stones, right? Azurite, sodalite, and labradorite. Labradorite, definitely a third eye stone. Just kind of playing now. And then we have, for the throat chakra, we have aqua aura quartz, yes. Turquoise, tanzanite, I don't know that one. Larimar, blue chalcedony, yes. Lapis lazuli, yes. Blue lace agate, definitely. Celestite, I would have actually put this in crown personally, but that's me. Angelite, and I mean, I don't know what associations were used, like what sources, but sapphire, apatite. Then we have a ton for heart. So we've got rose quartz, aventurine, kyanite, yes, aquamarine. This to me is totally a throat chakra stone, so that's interesting. Huh. And again, it's primary, so there's obviously multiple. Unakite, yes, that one I still want. Opal, Angel Aura Quartz is another one I would have put it in crown, personally. Kunzite, also I would have probably put that in crown. So interesting to me. It just goes to show that like your associations are also valid. I feel like I'd be using this more as an oracle than as a reference though. Jade makes sense, yes. Moldavite, again, definitely crown for me. Malachite. I'd actually put malachite in root chakra for myself. Again, this is just me sharing what my associations would be because it's a very grounding kind of heavy stone. Morganite, Amazonite, chrome, ruby, rhodonite. So those are the heart chakra. I'm kind of not going in any particular order. For solar plexus, all we had was citrine, amber, tiger's eye. I very much put carnelian often into this place, although I sometimes do put carnelian into the sacral, so that might be where it's sitting. Let's just take a look. Yep, there's carnelian. Botswana agate, moonstone. Moonstone again, I feel like I'd put that in third eye or crown. Sunstone. And then our last pile, this is all root. So yes, coral, yes, hematite, smoky quartz, red jasper, banded agate, black obsidian, yes, tourmaline, totally. Red beryl, yeah. Painite, mookaite jasper, definitely. Snowflake obsidian, onyx, picture jasper, definitely. Garnet, bloodstone, and petrified wood. Definitely agree with those. So yeah, really super interesting. I don't think I'd try to split it up into like a chakra deck or anything like that, but gosh, look at all of the different stones. So as I said, there's only a couple things I can really compare this to because until recently, the only crystal deck I had was this Crystals the Stone deck. And I have talked about this really favorably on my channel. I've already shown you a bunch of this. The other thing that I have, you'll see it on my channel, is my mega deck. So this is the one that has the illustrated crystallary cards along with the illustrated herbiary and bestiary. So I already showed this on the channel, but to compare, this one is one with like obviously an oracle style back, and this is like a mega deck. So it's got the plants and stuff, but it also does have ruby and other crystals in here. But this one, when you look at the stone, it's definitely designed to be first and foremost like an oracle, right? Like you get, let me find another stone here. Got bestiary, herbs. Here's a stone. So here, for example, is the labradorite card, and you get a lot of things, action happening. You get the northern lights, you get some acorns and oak leaves here, and you get these candles. So you have a lot happening in the card, as well as a message, recharge your destiny. So this is designed like really truly to be an oracle. It's not designed to be informative in that same way. So that's really the only other thing I would say in my collection that kind of competes, so to speak, with this deck. I want to spend some time playing with it. I will say I really, really love the artwork. It feels as though it was like this deck, but amped up a whole bunch. So there's a lot of great information on here. I love the introduction of the chakra associations. I feel like that gives you a lot of things you can play with. So I'm excited to sort of experiment around with it and see what I think. Do some shuffles, do some draws. It might be a really beautiful clarifier deck. You could just pull one or two cards and probably get some really wonderful additions to your divination readings. I don't think I'd ever do a reading with like just these cards. So I will say it will remain to be seen how I'm going to use them in my practice, but I'm really excited to take a look. Again, really, really gorgeous artwork. And I think to date, this is probably the prettiest just straight up crystal deck that I've seen. I love that it's not just white space. I love that we have the keywords on the front and the name of the crystal. I love all the extra info on the back. And of course, if you wanted to then incorporate the botanicals, you could. Like, I just feel like there's a lot here. It's really exciting. You know what it feels like? It feels like a chunk out of somebody's book of shadows specifically about crystals. Like it's like all the correspondences that they wanted to share. Like it just feels rich with meaning. So I love that about it. So let's do a little fan. Ooh, not bad. Okay, well, I was off to the side, so we're going to do another one. As I said, it feels very, very slightly rose petally. To me, it doesn't feel majorly rose petally, for whatever that's worth. But that, my friends, is the Radiant Crystal Oracle by Bouchette Designs. It's really lovely. I'm really excited I got a chance to check it out and share it with you guys. I cannot wait to hear what you guys think. How do you see yourself working with something like this? If you have it, how have you been working with it? But I would love to hear your guys' thoughts. Let me know. As always, if you enjoyed this video or you found value in it, click the like button. It really, really helps the channel. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new here and you want all the videos about tarot and oracle and divination and learning tarot and all that good stuff. As always, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, for spending your time here. It really does mean so much. Thank you guys, and may your magic always shine from the inside out. Bye, guys.